Close your eyes for a second and imagine the sound of clanking steel, the hiss of steam, and the non-stop bustle of a crowded street where a dozen languages fill the air. That was America in the late 1800s, a country rapidly transforming from rural farmland to booming industrial cities. In today's lesson, we're diving into a pivotal moment in U.S. history, the Industrial Age. Between 1865 and 1900, new machines, massive factories, and millions of immigrants changed the way Americans lived, worked, and dreamed. We'll explore how technology powered the rise of big business, how cities exploded in size, and how people, both native-born and newly arrived, struggled to keep up. Let's step into the age of smoke and steel. After the Civil War, America was hungry for growth. Railroads stitched the nation together, connecting raw materials in the West with factories in the East. Steel replaced iron, oil gushed from the ground, and electricity brought light and power to once dark neighborhoods. At the heart of it all was industry. The Second Industrial Revolution, roughly 1870 to 1914, brought inventions like the telephone, the typewriter, and electric power grids. Entrepreneurs like Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller became titans of steel and oil. But behind their rise were countless workers, men, women, and children, who labored long hours in dangerous conditions. Cities swelled. New York, Chicago, and Philadelphia grew rapidly, pulling in workers from farms and immigrants from across the globe. In fact, over 11 million immigrants arrived between 1870 and 1900, many from Southern and Eastern Europe. But this era wasn't just about economic growth. It was also about tension between rich and poor, old and new, tradition and progress. The Gilded Age, as it was later called, glittered on the surface, but underneath were struggles over labor, inequality, and identity. Now let's unpack what drove these massive changes. Let's begin with the key drivers of industrialization. Natural resources. America had abundant coal, iron ore, and oil. These powered factories, fueled trains, and laid the foundation for steel production. Technology. New inventions like the Bessemer steel process, electric power, and the assembly line revolutionized production. Railroads. These were more than just transportation. They created a national market. Goods could now be sold across the country, not just locally. Labor, millions of workers, including children, fueled the industrial machine. Many were immigrants who worked for low wages in unsafe conditions. Now let's talk people. Andrew Carnegie built a steel empire using vertical integration, controlling everything from raw materials to distribution. John D. Rockefeller dominated the oil industry with horizontal integration, buying out competitors. J.P. Morgan, a powerful banker, consolidated businesses and formed giant corporations. These men were hailed as captains of industry by some and criticized as robber barons by others. Workers didn't stay silent. Labor unions like the Knights of Labor and the American Federation of Labor rose up, fighting for shorter hours, better pay, and safer conditions. But they faced major challenges. Strikes often ended in violence, like the Haymarket Riot of 1886 and the Homestead Strike of 1892. Meanwhile, cities changed almost overnight. Skyscrapers rose thanks to steel frames and elevators. Streetcars expanded urban sprawl. But life in cities wasn't easy. Tenements, overcrowded apartment buildings, housed thousands in unsanitary conditions. Diseases like cholera spread quickly. Crime and fire were constant threats. Yet cities also became cultural melting pots. New immigrants came mostly from Italy, Russia, Poland, and Austria-Hungary. They settled in ethnic neighborhoods, Little Italy, Chinatown, Jewish quarters, preserving their culture while adjusting to American life. Institutions like settlement houses, think Jane Addams' Hull House, provided support like childcare, job training, and education. However, not everyone welcomed the newcomers. Nativism, a backlash against immigrants, grew stronger. Groups like the American Protective Association pushed for restrictions, leading to laws like the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. In short, industrialization brought incredible progress, but also major social and economic challenges. To really understand this era, let's zoom in on one group, the immigrant family. Imagine you're a 16-year-old named Marco from southern Italy. You arrive at Ellis Island in 1890 with your mother and younger siblings. Your father came years earlier to work in a Pennsylvania coal mine. You're reunited, but not for long. You find work in a New York garment factory, sewing 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. The air is hot, the boss yells constantly. You earn just enough to help pay rent for a one-room tenement shared with 6 people. At night, your mother teaches you English using the newspaper while your sister cooks dinner over a single flame. Still, life offers hope. A neighbor helps you apply for night school. On Sundays, you eat pasta and bread with friends from your hometown. Your church becomes a second home. You're poor, but you're proud. You send money to your cousin still in Naples. You believe, despite the hardship, in the American dream. Marco's story is fictional, but millions of families lived versions of it. Their labor helped build America's cities and industries, even when they were denied full acceptance. So, what can we take away from this chapter of American history? From 1865 to 1900, the United States became an industrial giant. Innovation soared, cities grew, immigration surged. But beneath the shining surface were deep divides between rich and poor, natives and newcomers, workers and bosses. Here are the big takeaways. The Second Industrial Revolution reshaped every aspect of life. Industrialists amassed power and wealth, but often at the expense of workers. Immigrants brought strength and diversity, but faced discrimination and hardship. Urbanization created opportunity and overcrowding, both at once. Labor movements planted the seeds of future reforms, even when early efforts failed. This period reminds us that progress comes with a price, and that history is shaped not just by the powerful, but by the millions who kept the machines running, raised families in crowded neighborhoods, and fought for a better life. Thanks for watching. As always, make sure to review your notes, revisit your textbook, and ask yourself this: what does this era teach us about balancing growth with justice? Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more videos designed to help you learn more about American history.